This is Xbox Era. We're an independent, community-funded publication focused on providing the best coverage and discussion of your favourite platform, Xbox. With best-in-class forums, a kick-ass Discord server, and awesome merch, XboxEra.com is your destination for the best news, reviews, and features focused on what you care about. With shows like the Xbox Era podcast, headlines, and a whole heap of Patreon-exclusive content, we're proud to be an independent publication completely funded by you. If you value having an outlet truly focused on your preferred place to play, you can become one of the cool kids by supporting us directly via Patreon. Just head to patreon.com/Xbox Era. You get cool swag and awesome perks, and we get to keep doing what we do. Become a part of the best Xbox community on the internet and help us grow even larger. Thank you for your support. Everything Xbox Era does is only made possible by the growing army of incredible Patreon supporters. Our MVPs and executive producers are all incredible people, but even more so are our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. All of this under the watchful eye of our lovely and benevolent CEO, Torn Raptor. If you want to become part of one of the best communities on the internet, head to patreon.com/Xbox Era, where your patronage can help keep us alive for another month. Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Headlines, Xbox Era's twice weekly show that covers all of the latest and greatest from across the video game industry. In the spirit of that industry, we talk about all of the platforms, so if you're, not a big Xbox fan, fret not, we'll probably talk about everything anyway. Today's day is December the 16th, 2025. I'm your host, Jon, and joining me as always is Xbox Era's reviews editor, producer, and general know-it-all, Jesse Norris.
I don't like that last part, but hello.
No?
Hi. I see, you feel like a know-it-all when you're around Nick.
Okay, fair comment. Fair comment. We're back. It's the penultimate episode of the year. How are you feeling about that?
Good. There's actually a lot to talk about, which is nice. And then Thursday's show will probably be mostly just a yearly recap.
Yeah, I was going to go through all of our episodes from January to now and try and pick the best stories of January, February, and so on. So we've got 12 big stories in gaming to talk about, or the biggest stories of the year. If you have a suggestion, shout it out. Let us know. If you're watching in the chat and haven't hit that like button, do that too. Do all the things, including considering supporting us directly on Patreon by heading to patreon.com/Xbox Era, because if you are one of those patron lovely people, you get audio versions of these episodes available to you to listen to in your preferred podcast app via Patreon. And you can even link your account to Spotify and listen to it there instead. Lovely. I'm feeling festive. As you can see, this was mostly because I was walking my daughter to school this morning. She was like, "Oh my God, there's the Santa fun run, and I need a Christmas hat." And I was like, "You're asking me at 8:32 a.m. You go through the school gates in 2 minutes. Like, what do you expect me to do here?" And she was like, "I need a hat." So I said, "Well, you go in, and I will go and find a hat. And if I find one, I will come and bring it to the office, and they will bring it to you in class." And she was like, "Okay." And I did. I found her a really glittery one, but I thought I'd get something a little bit more old school because, to be in keeping with the season. So it's really itchy, I have to admit.
They're normally cheap as shit, so they don't feel great.
They are cheap as shit. It's made out of the finest mouse down. Maybe. I don't. Who knows?
Yeah, it's probably
made of plastic.
Ground up cockroach.
Yeah, something like that. There's plenty to talk about, surprisingly.
I know. I actually deleted like 5 things.
Did you really?
Yep.
Wow.
That's how much there was.
We're still going to talk about it all anyway, because, we're crazy like that.
Reanimal just went gold. I got an email.
What?
It's in the email. It just showed up.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Okay. That means that review code might be soon. Wait, isn't it coming out until February?
Yeah, no. You won't get review code till just before it comes out. So going gold doesn't mean shit.
I want it. I want to play it. I do want to play it. a big lot. I've avoided playing the demo for Reanimal because why would I? You know, if it's a 5-6 hour co-op
played
game,
it once, yeah.
I've played a little bit of it, right? Like 2 years ago now, and if the demo is like the first bit, that's like a whole hour of a 5 to 6 hour experience. Like I want to play it fresh, going in blind. So not touching it. Not touching it. But there's still plenty to talk about. But before we do that, earlier this week, or last week, I should say, because it's only Tuesday, we started having our discussions about, oh, shit, lads, it's the end of the year. What are we going to do about our Game of the Year conversations, both from our own internal perspective and our lovely community? And in true haphazard fashion, I quickly pushed some stuff out. I quickly put together a forum post. We did the thing. We let people vote. And it stayed up for a couple of days. And we posted on the Patreon and we posted on the Discord and we made a Google form. It was all nonsense, right? Because the lovely cat looked at everything we did and said, this sucks, and made a site-wide vote that anybody can participate in. You don't need a Discord account. You don't need to be on the forums, although I'd recommend being on both. You can go to this article, which I will link in the chat right now. You can go here and go and pick your top 10 games of the year. And you should be able to include pretty much everything. Like, I think we've got most of the big ones in there. Like, if there's something that isn't in there and you really feel the need, you can ping me on Discord and we will get it added. But this was much simpler. And you haven't seen this yet, but at the other end, there's graphs. There's graphs, Jesse.
You get that in the Google form. It collates it all together for you there.
Whatever. This is cool. I like it. It's all built in.
Yep.
It is cool. There you go. So that was easy. The Xbox Era Community Game of the Year vote is running from now until December 24th. That's Christmas Eve, if you're in the Western Hemisphere or you believe in Christmas, or in the East, well, any hemisphere really, it's then. And then we're going to calculate all the results and we'll post a Community Game of the Year article and probably a nice video for those that are interested on December 30th, 31st, something like that. So just to see out the year, you get your say. If you have a particular comment you want to make about one of your favourite games, we will try and include that and narrate it for that video. So do let us know. You can take part in the forums. You can mention it on the Discord. We'll find a way. So that's nice. But hey, what else is going on, Jesse, that's interesting and fun and cool?
Well, a thing I haven't ended up doing, even though I could have if I wanted to, was Fallout Season 2, quote-unquote, reviews have gone live from people, where it's actually just the first 6 episodes of 8. I didn't bother. I didn't want to watch 6 episodes and write up a review and then wait until the end of January to see 7 and 8 and barely remember what's happened. So I'm just doing them weekly. You can expect reviews when the episode goes live, essentially. And that'll actually be later tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern U.S. So 3 a.m. your time. Really good.
Because they brought it forward, right? They brought forward the whole release day by a day. By a day or 2 days? I can't remember.
By one... So it's normally going to be Wednesday at like 3 a.m. or something. I forget. They moved it forward a handful of hours.
Nice.
Or something.
Still.
Yeah.
Does that mean that, in theory, I could watch it later tonight my time, or am I really
3
waiting
a.m.
until
your
tomorrow?
time.
Tomorrow, then.
Yeah.
Okay. I can live with that. I watched Running Man last night.
We'll save it for Sick and Nick's Flicks on Friday.
I will save it for Sick and Nick's Flicks, because if you're a Patreon member, there's a special episode of Sick and Nick's Flicks going live on Friday that you can tune into, where we discuss Running Man.
So it's pretty much
perhaps Running Man 1.
I think it's
the only one.
Thursday is when it normally will go live for Fallout. No, every Wednesday. Every Wednesday morning at 3 a.m. is when it goes live. So expect reviews then-ish. Pretty sure. Let me double check. Yep, every Wednesday.
Oh, there you go. More to look forward to. Anyway, yeah, as we get towards the end of the year, there's still plenty to talk about. We've got some final news topics for you before Thursday's episode.
This lead one definitely I should not have chosen. It did not pull the people in.
No, not exciting. Not exciting, this episode. What you needed was like
Well, there's
I don't
other
know.
things that all came in late. Like I could have said, Larian uses generative AI slop in Divinity. That just hit. I added it. I know. It won't be in the game. They are using it as tools to create the game, but then the final product will all be humans. They say.
Oh, look at all the big fanboys that are going to really struggle to be like, no, this is okay. Yeah, okay. Well, you could have chosen, but you didn't. You went with.
I went with
Tim
the only
Stuart
thing that had happened.
has moved from his chief financial officer role at Microsoft to the chief operating officer of Zenimax.
Nick's least favorite executive after
It is-
Satya and Amy.
That is true. I've met Tim. He's a nice bloke. And to confirm to Trav, he is, I think he's actually a smidgen, like, a little bit shorter than me. Not much, because I'm shorter than Phil, but I think I'm taller than Tim. So, he's a fellow short king regardless. And, we have a certain camaraderie.
He's an actual king. He probably has enough money to buy a small country.
He probably does. But yes, Xbox CFO Tim Stewart is now transitioning to become the chief operating officer of Zenimax, aka Bethesda, as a general group of studios. Xavier Porkazinski, excuse my bad pronunciation, is now going to be Microsoft's gaming chief financial officer. Xavier has been at Microsoft for nearly 12 years and has spent the past couple of years on the gaming finance side of the business. That came from our good friend Tom Warren at The Verge. I haven't seen, I didn't see a press release on this. Nope. Didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
I just
a lot of
saw
things
a
like this
message
just
from-
happen all the time in companies like this, and it barely means anything.
I wonder if it's a LinkedIn type deal.
Well, they
where you
had
just see-
They had the position open. I've been able to hear myself most of the show. They've had the position open a long time, looking for someone at ZeniMax, and eventually it just ended up being internal shuffling, as it tends to be. So I doubt much changes, but it's always interesting, especially when a money man goes into a overseeing the creatives even more directly role. Because you've got Matt over the studios, you've got Sarah over the company, everything else, and then you had Phil above them, and Tim was there alongside to hit Amy's margin targets, which are not 30% for every friggin' company inside of Microsoft Gaming, but probably for a lot of them. They're actually more like 50 plus on Call of Duty, because that's what it gets every year, which people can't believe because they spend so much money. But no, I wasn't impersonating you by being muted. My friggin', as was evidenced earlier for John, something weird. AMD drivers for December auto-updated, and they suck, which really sucks because it's been like 3 years straight of great drivers, and now the December ones are shit, and my computer is running like ass. Wow. The light's even red on the microphone.
I did that for a joke, right?
Yeah.
Did you like it? I thought it was. For audio listeners, I deliberately said something while muted there to make the joke kind of just come true.
And yes, Proxicus, we've had the last Game Pass drop, though they did add something that's already in game preview, but now it's coming out in Terra Invicta, I think is the name. Comes out January 5th in 1.0. So it's a 1.0 shift for an already Game Pass game. But the next Game Pass drop we get will probably be the second weekend in January or something, like the 13th or 20th. Because they're going on vacation, and they go on vacation for like a month.
Yeah, don't expect anything for like 3 weeks, pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much why we're shifting to doing a lot of streams and looking for like deals to write about and SEO and stuff over the holidays, because there's no news in gaming.
Yeah, it gets
no
very
releases.
quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we often have this week on Xbox, and like arguably next week, from the 22nd through to the 26th, there's 4 business days there. No, 3. In theory,
There will be
ID at
Xbox.
there'll be little
ports.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep seeing, speaking of ID at Xbox, I keep seeing a trailer for a 2023 game that's now coming to console called Fort Solace, which looks to be a sci-fi adventure narrative-y game with performances from like Troy Baker, set
it
on
reviewed
Mars.
really poorly, but I'm curious what the game is like now. after.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I was just like I was keeping an eye out for it in case it popped into ID at Xbox.
Yeah, it's a 62 on OpenCritic. I know it was ravaged at launch it was meant to be like a bigger PS5 exclusive because they didn't really have a ton around then.
Yeah.
But it didn't end up doing too well. But always curious how these things are when they come later and they've gotten a lot of patches and stuff.
Yeah, patches and updates, all these different things. But yeah, last week, obviously, if you didn't tune in, we had the Game Awards, which saw the announcement of a ton of pretty interesting things. Where do we even begin? Like, if you're excited
this is
to
your
see, like,
show because I went over it ad nauseum with Nick. That was another 4+ hours, of course. And Rand didn't want it to be. He wanted to go play Ark Raiders, but Nick couldn't stop. So, John, what did you think of the Game Awards that we watched together?
I thought it was a really good show. It lagged a little bit in the middle, and I can understand the uproar in general towards the big final announcement before the Game of the Year award is handed out, being a free-to-play first-person shooter
MOBA
thing.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
PvP,
I can understand
Hero
that
shooter.
being received somewhat negatively, even if it is from the creators of
The
Titanfall
gameplay looked
and Apex
fun,
Legends.
But the art style did not hit for most people.
It didn't gel
think.
for you, did it?
Yeah, I think for most people it did not. I asked
So,
them.
but overall, if we look at the show from a high vantage point, shall we say, holy crap, Jeff! I think Jeff pulled it off. I think that was a solid B if I had to grade it. We had the return of Knights of the Old Republic with Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, helmed by Casey Hudson, who, when Jason Schreier said, don't expect this till 2030, he actually came out and went, don't believe these rumours, I ain't getting any younger, it will be out before then. So December 30th, 2029.
Yes, with the studio he's in the process of building.
Who knows, right? We've got release dates for Toxic Commando, which I played Gamescom earlier this year and had a really good time with. That's coming out March the 12th. I cannot believe how stacked the first quarter of the year is.
I know.
We had a demo go live for Pragmata.
Which got a date for April.
Yeah, got a date for April.
It'll be the year of Capcom for me in 2026 because I'm doing Requiem, I'm doing Pragmata, and goddammit, I'm doing Onimusha Warlords. So as long as we actually get code. I don't know. I can't guarantee it. We didn't get into their previews at Gamescom.
We're not big enough, though.
They directly told me they weren't having them. We got into it at Summer Games Fest.
They lied to you.
Yeah. They're like, oh, no, they're not holding anything. And then they had an enormous booth, and I saw people from way smaller sites, but who were European there. So they knew people.
Yeah. Go figure.
You don't know anyone.
We've got... we found out what the mysterious desert statue was, even though we found out before the show, but we found out. It is just Divinity.
Really
it's
gross
not
trailer.
Divinity 3 or anything like that, with the most horrific of trailers.
Yeah, I'm not showing that.
No. We had a spiritual successor to Soma with Ontos.
That looked great.
Which looks to have Stellan Skarsgård in it as well.
And it's planned.
Yeah. South of Midnight got announced to come to PS5 and Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah. Xbox didn't announce things there. They just announced things right as the show was starting online.
Yeah. Interesting. And people are like,
Diablo.
I'm really disappointed in the lack of presence from Xbox. And I'm like, literally wait 20-something days.
Yeah.
Like, hold up.
Every year they've got a good Dev Direct. I don't see why they would have a bunch at the Game Awards. I know why people want it, but then...
Yeah, I get everybody. I just want things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like again, and I said this on that Game Awards stream. Microsoft in 2026. You've got the things you know about. There's so much more.
Yeah, there was.
It's a bonkers year.
Somebody made a post on the Discord, and I should have saved it. But like, we knew of 4 or 5 things coming into this year, and then they ended up having over 10. Like that, we didn't know. We didn't know about Oblivion Remastered and multiple other things that they ended up putting out. And you still don't know about Call of Duty. You can say a Call of Duty's coming out, but exactly what it is and all that, you never know. It will be their biggest game of the year. Tomorrow, as part of Thursday's show, we should have November's Circana report. Be very curious to see how Call of Duty did during it.
Yeah.
It has
very,
been
very
consistently
curious.
way above Battlefield and Ark, which are both dropping on console. Ark and Battlefield are still doing very well on Steam.
Yeah. What else do we have? We had Leon Kennedy confirmed. Grizzled dad Leon Kennedy. Confirmed Resident Evil Requiem, along with some more gameplay. We had another trailer for Exodus with Matthew McConaughey.
Very different tone.
Doing a bit more light-hearted, pulpy, Mass Effect-y style.
A lot more
stuff.
action-focused and less sci-fi. So much of what they've talked about before with that game has always been the time dilation around black holes and fast as light time travel-y off things that happen where everything's slower for you and fast around you. This one was just straight up shoot the shit out of people, use a grappling hook, and jump in low-gravity action-y stuff for the main audience.
Yeah. We had Warlock Dungeons and Dragons, which got a teaser trailer, due for release in 2027. It's weird seeing that year in our game release trailers now. That is a third-person single-player action-adventure game inspired by Dungeons and Dragons. Fun. Milestone Studios put out a story trailer for Screamer, their reboot of the classic racing arcade.
Finally got
franchise.
a release date on that one too, which was nice.
Yeah. We had what probably should have been the end trailer for the show with Control 2, which is now Control Resonant, that sees you playing the brother, I think, of the main character from Dylan Faden.
Yeah.
So he is now the main character. And it looks to be more Malay focused.
Yeah, it's an action game. It's not a Souls-like or anything, but it is an action game.
Which sounds fun.
Yep. And it's
Gang
not
of
inside
Dragon.
the oldest house. It's outside in Manhattan.
Yes, the world's gone crazy. We saw Gang of Dragon get a premiere trailer as well. We saw more from Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Not huge on the Batman voice.
Yeah, it's not. The problem is, as soon as I see Lego Batman, I just hear the Lego Batman. Is it Will Arnett from the movie? Yeah, who just nails it.
Or just get the guy who did him in Arkham Origins, who's been doing him and who did him in Shadow. I think he was great.
But never mind, can't have everything. That's coming on May 29th. We had the announcement of not one, but two Tomb Raider games, both with Tomb Raider Catalyst, that's the new one, coming in 2027, and a remake of the original 1996 Tomb Raider with Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. That's coming next year. They've been in parallel development. The remake is from Flying Wild Hog Studio in Poland, working with Crystal Dynamics, and then Crystal Dynamics are helming the latter or newer game, continuing her story. And it's worth saying we did a whole Q&A with these guys. You can find the transcript up on xboxzero.com.
I found a few
if you want
people
to have
who
a
just
good
started
read.
posting the stuff.
Right
away.
A lot of websites are just posting little bits, and we just posted the whole freaking thing.
Well, also I saw people just posting little bits like almost immediately after that. People that weren't there, but then somehow got the info, of course. But yeah, these look good. Fully rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5. We got the full remake of the original. And now they've just said, yes, all of these are somehow the same universe, even though the Survivor Trilogy really doesn't vibe with where the story goes immediately after them in the first game. But sure.
It's fine. Let's just have fun with it.
Yep.
So that looks good, and it sounds good, and I would look forward to playing those.
And Lara Croft is now voiced by the actress who was going to play Joanna Dark.
Yeah, yep, correct. So cool that, she got, that's a way in, right? Although I did like the old
Camilla
actress
Luddington, she was very good.
Yeah, from the reboot trilogy, she was good. We got a release date trailer for Invincible Versus, which is coming April 30th. We got the Diablo Lord of Hatred.
Lord of Hatred.
Yes, him.
Mephisto.
Launching April 2026. I think the Paladin is now available in the game.
If you want to see what it looks like, I'll be streaming it later today because I got code.
Cool.
There will be two character classes. You get to play the Paladin now.
Ooh.
And hopefully should be reviewing that one.
Oh, nice. What else? What else? My God, the list continues.
I know, it's a big
There was a sheepdog game that's not coming to anything but...
Yeah, like the Good
It's coming
Herder
to Steam
or
and
something.
PS5. There was another one that was PS5 only, but I can't remember what it was.
Saros looks awesome, and I'd like to review it.
Yes. Yep, Saros looks really, really good.
I'm gonna get your contact for PlayStation and ask for a review code and borrow my son's PlayStation.
Sounds good.
I pretty much told him, like, hey, if there was anything I want to review on there, I'll borrow your PlayStation for a couple weeks, and you get a free game out of it.
Yeah, I can live with that. We saw Lenny Kravitz.
He's gonna go.
Lenny
your way.
Kravitz revealed as the villain in 007 First Light, which is again coming out.
He's like
in
a
March.
snake man.
He's a pirate guy called
Snake skin.
Bauma. I don't know how you pronounce that. A black market dealer in the Western Hemisphere who's as charismatic as he is unpredictable.
He's got like snake skin or snake tattoos.
Good for him.
Daily tattoos.
Lords of the Fallen 2 got a gameplay trailer, and it's got boobies in it. The CEO definitely wanted you to know it's got boobies in it.
People keep
talking
about
boobies.
that. He was directly answering a question from a horny gooner of a fan during a Q&A. So yes,
Yeah, but then
he did answer it, but
he did also go into an extreme amount of detail to answer why it had type A and type B and how we're going to be getting rid of all of that and going back to male and female. So it does feel...
Well, I mean, that's Polish people for you.
It does feel like he's, a little bit catering to that little grifty, I'm going to get angry at everything crowd. It's kind of grim, which is a shame because Lords of the Fallen is a good game. You don't have to do that. Just make a good game, bro.
It's people who are too online and they start believing the really loud shitheads that, like, you can't have type A or type B. Like there are essentially, there's a bajillion builds for people, but generally they start from masculine and the feminine. And however your culture defines that, it's very different depending on the country you're in, and everyone ends up trying to cater to especially what the people in charge in America are saying at the time. And he seems all into that, which sucks because this game looks great.
It does look great. I'm just looking in the chat. Yes, the other game I wanted to call out was Coven of the Chicken Foot, which I successfully called out when I was like, that character's got chicken feet. I bet this game's called Chicken Feet. I didn't actually know that was going to be a thing, but it was close. It was close. It's not exact. But it was
From
close.
Bruce Straley, formerly of Naughty Dog fame, who worked on all their best games, and then said he pretty much quit because he was working his butt off on games that just weren't his, which I took to be like they weren't really the things he had ownership of or wanted to make. Like he wanted to make a weird ass artsy friggin' single player platformer where you play as an old lady with chicken feet. And then Naughty Dog's not doing that.
They are not doing that. That's not going to sell gangbusters. That's not going to get a series on HBO. We also saw Neon Giant reveal No Law, which I really like the look of. This is a ImSim-esque open world, but very condensed cyberpunk revenge thriller, I believe.
And also Play Anywhere if memory serves.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of the first-person mods for whatever that was called, The Ascent. Like, obviously, it's meant to play first-person, so it looks a lot better while you're shooting, but the art style and the way people are and the outfits they're wearing and, like, their weird-ass body types, it feels very The Ascent to me.
Yeah. We had a new Ace Combat 8, Wings of Fefe.
They're Wings of Thief, because they have terrible names.
Why choose a stupid word?
They always do that.
Why not Wings of Fury or Wings of Justice or any other word than Fefe? Fefe.
Thief.
Wings of Fefe.
Thief.
That's what I'm going to say from now on. No, don't like it. Thief is spelled differently. We saw a big surprise, Star Wars Galactic Racer from publisher Secret Mode. Bringing pod racing back.
That's what I call pod racing.
Right? Yeah, exactly. We're going to all use that in our video review for that one. Epic turned up with Out of Words, a co-op platformer that I will definitely be tackling. From the developers Kong Orange and Wiredfly, who are a stop motion studio. And it's all stop motion recorded. It looks really, really cool. We saw a new Mega Man Dual Override coming in 2027.
Very, very flash game looking. It's really far away, so I'm sure it'll look
I don't get the hype, but whatever.
I never liked Mega Man, I fully admit it. They were two very frustrating games.
That's just not my jam. And then, yes, we saw High God announced, which...
Starring Abu Bakr Salim.
Well, he narrated it. I don't know if it's actually starring him.
He was narrating one of the characters, so...
Yeah, I was like, bro, was that you? I swear it was you. He was like, yeah, it was me. But yes, this is a PvP raid shooter where you play as wardens, arcane gunslingers, etc., sent to battle for control of a mythical continent, and you'll clash against rival warden crews for possession of the shield breaker, which will then use to break into and destroy the enemy base to secure territory in this all-new breed of shooter. It isn't getting like a year out or anything like that. This is releasing in January, January 26th to be exact, so it's coming in pretty much a month from now. I'm wondering if they're going to be like an open stress test to get people excited for it, if they're just going to drop it like they did Apex Legends back in the day. We'll find out. I'm sure we'll jump on and test it out, right?
It looks fun to play, but I don't know, man.
Do we even have time? I think that was everything announced. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, they had other commercials and stuff, but they were a little better this year, I think, about what was a commercial and what was an announcement.
Yeah, I agree with that. They did some other stuff, but it was just updates on
and Miss
stuff.
Piggy and Rolf singing a song.
Animo
got a
thing
trailer. It's still just coming to Steam and Xbox on PC.
It got a thing.
Had the long Game Pass ad that everyone got really mad at during their co-streams that I saw.
Yeah, I'm just busy writing my 2,000-word op-ed about what is this advert even doing? Like, who is it for?
Well, who was it? Kotaku, I think, has a Xbox had great games.
I don't want to read it.
They had great games in 2025, but everything else was bad. Like, all right. I thought the games were the main thing that mattered. Well, I mean, it's just about console sales, like you'd imagine.
Oh, okay.
But it's also like Xbox had a bad, but then the actual picture says Xbox Series X and S year in review or something. So it's just reviewing the hardware again, even though that's not what the title is. I don't know.
Anyway, elsewhere in big news, Hollow Knight Silksong announced yesterday. Team Cherry took to their website and released a blog post. Has sold 7 million copies.
Killed by Xbox. Should have been 20.
And millions more are playing just on Xbox Game Pass.
Let me play our review
incredible.
behind the... Oh, shit. Tomorrow!
Oh, is it coming out tomorrow? What?
He hasn't made the video yet, but yes, it's coming out tomorrow.
It will come through at the 11th hour, won't it? Like
it'll be rendered and ready to play at 8:59 a.m. tomorrow and push live at 9.
Yeah, something like that. So it is a fantastic number of players, and indeed Team Cherry are very, very pleased. They said, we wanted to most importantly say a huge thank you to all the players who have braved Silksong's distant and dangerous lands. There's over 7 million of you have purchased the game, alongside millions more playing on Xbox Game Pass. It's a truly staggering number of players, more than we could have ever expected, enough to crash all of the storefronts. That was pretty funny. Watching the community grow, seeing the amazing art, the mods, the unexpected strategies, and the support between players through the game's challenges has been hugely rewarding us here at home. Your continued enthusiasm remains a massive motivator as we work towards expanding the game even further. Expanding, you say? Mm-hmm. Yes, that first expansion is already well underway. Here's a teaser for Hollow Knight Silksong Sea of Sorrow. And it's a little s in that.
Everything, it just shows you're playing back as a Hollow Knight.
Ooh.
From the first game.
Psych.
Needle is back. But it should be tomorrow. We'll see. Oddly enough, no one like saying, wow, Xbox Game Pass here was great to get all these amazing Game of the Year games this year. It kills everything, supposedly, because the 2AT guy was like, the game didn't sell and I have to move back home, which is very sad. But also...
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, man, I feel bad, but 2AT wasn't good. And like a lot of the companies that are struggling, when you look at the games and you're honest about them, they weren't good. They're just like friends with people in games coverage, and so it sucks if you've had success and you created Katamari Damacy and stuff. Like, you should be doing all right in life, you would hope.
Yeah,
But when
it does suck.
the newer stuff isn't great, you can't, the market is going to dictate sometimes. Discoverability is very hard. But I did see people trying to say, well, Game Pass killed that game. I'm like, I think I only
It
had a
just wasn't
chance
that
because
great
of
a
it.
game. Like, it was average, mediocre.
And yeah,
frustrating.
Divinity is confirmed to be turn-based as part of the interview with Jason Schreier that Sven Vinky did, where he did talk quite a bit about all their AI tools.
Interesting. Does Jason Schreier frame that conversation around generative AI as a negative one, or does he?
No, it was all about just the game and stuff. I think Jason Schreier is smart enough to know that AI tools are being used in almost every, even at the very base coding level with help and stuff. No one's using Copilot because Copilot sucks. But
Let me check in and see how Rosetta is dealing with this news.
they weren't too happy. But then they're in the bargaining phase. Well, it's not being used for. There's heavy bargaining going on in that thread.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not a big
cool.
deal if it's not in the end product. No,
Yeah,
you were
who gives a
ride or
shit?
die. Used AI and you're dead to me, which is stupid because it means you'll never play a game again after a few years.
Pretty much, right?
Was it Claude? Claude, the AI, the thing that helps people code, that everyone uses and says it's amazing. You can just kind of boot this up and it can get you pretty far in. And if you know what you're doing, you clean it up and it saves you a bunch of time. Those are good tools that don't replace people because they still need the people to do stuff at the end. And it's a tool to help you. So people will trust Larian to use it as the tool to help you. But when, Phil Spencer says Microsoft has no edicts and there are tools meant to help creatives, people won't believe it because Microsoft as a company really sucks. So I get it.
Yeah. What else? Speaking of something that does really suck, 165 id Software workers have unionized in Texas. That's good,
Chaos.
right?
Mhm.
That's good times.
Yep.
Right, I'm down for that.
A big
That's
part
a
of it
fairly
is-
sizable union.
Trying to batten down the hatches against any potential issues with generative AI and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's an industry with very bad protections for workers in certain countries, namely America, depending on the state.
Yeah. According to the Communication Workers of America, the wall-to-wall organizing effort at its software was much needed. It's incredibly important that developers across the industry unite to push back on all the unilateral workplace changes that are being handed down from industry executives, said CWA Local 6215 Organizing Committee member and id Software producer Andrew Willis.
Yeah, because you get all the different spots throughout the entire country. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I bet. The union is a way for us, the developers, to take back control of the industry we love and to ensure that it delivers high-quality products from high-quality workers who have health benefits and longevity beyond quarterly profits, which is great. What else? Oh, this is sucky
A
news.
big reason
Arcade.
for it was the main thing that Microsoft is very guilty of is forcing work back to office.
Get back to work
Yeah,
in the
back to
office.
Yeah.
Get over there.
That's the main thing that people hate. They
Yeah,
don't need it.
because working from home rules.
And you save so much time and money and stress and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah. In happier news, no.
No, this is bad news. Arcade 1UP is reportedly closing operations very soon. This
Supposedly it
comes
was
from,
last Friday. They actually did it.
Yeah, Andrew Heighton over at Insider Gaming. I'll put a link in the chat. But yes, if you want an authentic old school gaming cabinet, arcade machine type thing, Arcade 1UP has excelled since 2018 when it was started by CEO Scott Bacharach. The company was doing well, but new evidence suggests it's not enough. A post on the Arcade 1UP subreddit had come to light showing an alleged internal email exchange between Arcade 1UP employees. In the email, the sender is contacting the company's beta team with an unfortunate message where it said, "For the majority of us, our last day is coming Friday. I cannot speak to the future of the brand. It's not my place to share what might be next and whom will be in charge of it. I do not know the plans for the arcade systems or the Infinity tables. I believe they will continue to operate as they currently do, but I do not know for certain." That thread has then been deleted, so we haven't had any official update or comment, I don't think, from Arcade 1UP on this. So until we do know, We're just kind of spinning our wheels.
I think
a
people
little
said
bit.
its last day was Friday last week.
Yeah, but like nothing has been announced. We've shut down or
Well,
business has ended.
I
to
linked
my
the
knowledge.
Insider Gaming thing, but it was mostly a Reddit thread. As Insider Gaming is, and we are wont to do, to troll Reddit for stories.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
you've been blinded by the sun.
Yeah, I've got an article open on the website that I was trying to get pushed. Yeah, I'll switch to dark mode so it gets rid of that. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. But I'll tell you what's not a bummer. Abiotic Factor, which is one of the most underrated games of this year. In a year of fantastic games, if you haven't played the 6-player cooperative survival game Abiotic Factor, it's on Game Pass, it's on PC, it's on PS5, it's on everything. You should, because it's fucking great. But it's getting a surprise holiday cryosphere Christmas update, where it looks to me, and I can't be sure, but I think this is a game where you are going through portals into other worlds, other dimensions. That this one is a dimension that takes place entirely within a bauble, Christmas bauble. I might be wrong. I've also understand that there might be a really evil snowman in there. But it looks fun, it looks quirky, it looks cool. The developers have shared a big Christmas message, which we put in our post over on xboxhero.com, which you can go read. I am vowing, that is my Christmas game this year. That and The Outer Worlds 2. If I'm playing with friends, I'm going to try and play and finish Abiotic Factor, because I really loved it. But where we got so busy, I haven't been able to go back to it. So I just want to get it done. I want to finish that game, because I had a lot of fun. And yeah, what else have we got? While I'm busy finishing this article, why don't you tell everybody about what Dambuster has been up to?
They did a financially statementy thing where they talked about how Dead Island 3 is in the works, as we know, and it is aiming for a 2028 release. Dambuster, I think, made the original in 3 years total, but they did that off the back of a decade plus of work of other attempts to make Dead Island 2, which was a really good game. Reviewed kind of unfairly. Just to say it straight out, it's one of those ones where I read reviews and I'm like, I did not play the same game as you. Oh man, I was still using a lot of transitions back then. I stopped using transitions for the most point, unless there's like something cool to transition in a way that matches the video. But yeah, Dead Island 2 was great. It was really fun, and I am looking forward to what Dambusters can do with a little bit more time. It'll be 5 years total between 2 and 3 if it's out in 2028. God damn, that game is gory as shit. I forgot. I just punched a lady's face through with some Wolverine claws.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was really Andrew Tate to me. But man, friggin', I'm looking forward to it. And it's always cool when these countries have financial laws that require them to just actually talk about the shit they're working on. And Fallout Season 2 is being heavily praised, even though no one's seen the last 2 episodes, which is why I didn't bother doing a season review. I will do a season review after the finale. Man,
I'm looking forward to watching Fallout.
I can tell you all about episode 1 later tonight.
No, don't. Nothing.
No, with the review later tonight. It is a recap review, though, so don't read it before you watch.
Yeah, because it's going to be full of spoilers, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a recap going through the episode beat by beat, because that's the actual best way to review something, but we can never do that with video games.
No. How dare you? What else have we got?
Good news, actually. I was very surprised and happy.
Yeah, so Marathon. I didn't expect to hear from Marathon this side of Christmas. What exactly have they said here? What's going on?
Pretty much, it looks a hell of a lot better graphically now. It's cleaner. It's they've gone back and they've actually listened to what people want out of an extraction game, and it seems like it has a chance of being good. And everyone's going to be like, Arc Raiders will kill it. And like, Arc Raiders is already falling off because Arc Raiders has a very limited amount of stuff to do. And if you're way into it, after like 150 hours, you've seen everything it has. And it does not have a repeatable endgame, which is always the problem in these games. And so then it relies on wipes. And most people don't want to wipe all their progress. They hate doing that. Like, Rand has no interest in doing that. If he was to wipe his progress, he'd quit playing. Doesn't matter that you get a little bit of bonuses and stuff for it. So it'll be very interesting to see. I think there's a chance, especially for those who don't want to do third person and more realistic stuff and do want the first person Bungie gameplay with very... I don't like the art style much, though the color palette's cool. but I just don't like the boxy, weird, mediocre design of stuff. It's not hitting for me completely. It's less cool looking now that they've probably had to drop some of the stolen art. Though I do think they paid people. One of the main ladies who was potentially thefted from has said everything's been completed or taken care of to my satisfaction in some way. It looks a lot better. We'll have to see. Obviously, they'll have a coming out in March, I believe, and the month before they're going to have an open server thingamabobble-a-doo. So we'll see. It has a chance now. In a way, it really felt like it did not with its original date last year. So,
yeah, I still think it's going to ultimately.
Oh, Tao John's mad at us. Why is it so hard for you two to understand that AI is never good as long as it is burning the world? There will be no planet to make video games on if we continue using AI.
Okay.
I don't disagree, but what the hell can I do about it?
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine with that viewpoint, dude. Completely agree with you. Yeah, the standing up of all the data centers and the burning through of all this energy is de facto bad, right? But I can separate that from sometimes the tools and stuff that come out of it might be kind of useful. Like,
because the people
I'm not
that use them
advocating
say
for the
they're
destruction
useful.
of the planet, and I'm not saying that these should be the only way that people do things. I'm just saying, yeah, I'm one dude.
The point was mostly about how people are using it, and it's funny to see people have to shift their opinion when a company they like is using it.
Yeah.
There was no positive or negative from us put on it. It was literally just talking about the thing, but like Marathon looks nice. We'll see.
Yeah, it looks nice. I just don't know if it's gonna move the needle. I think it'll have, they'll pay streamers to stream it. It'll do a big thing, and then it won't.
Yeah, and the class stuff.
If the broader market
works
are just
great.
like, if the broader market are just like, yeah, sorry, that's still not worth $40 to me, then it's dead.
Yeah, that's tough.
I don't know. I don't want to see that happen to Bungie. Bungie is like a storied studio.
But Bungie's so different now. They've lost.
But Bungie's so different.
Half their employees since going under Sony. Like they used to be over $1,000, I thought. Especially when they had more outside of games aspirations around Destiny and whatnot. But yeah,
I don't know.
No one yells about that.
I don't know.
It's weird. I digress.
I just look at it and I'm like, this looks like a fun, competent first-person shooter. But being a competent first-person shooter in today's market isn't enough. But anyway, whatever. Marathon. It's coming next year. Everything. Xbox, PC, PlayStation. Woo. Last couple of news stories now. What on... I've not even read this story, so you're going to have to explain this one to me. This is from... This one... Well, this is from... Noisy Pixel, who have...
And it's their direct reporting.
Yeah. Loongforce accused Sony China and Sony China's Hero Project of sabotage, delays, and control overreach in Convaleria dispute. Convaleria is a China Hero project being developed by a studio called Loongforce.
Is it Loongforce? Because I copied that.
Yeah, maybe Loongforce. It is a co-op shooter, and its multi-year partnership with Sony Interactive Entertainment's China division has unraveled into stalled production, financial strain, and what the studio alleges were repeatedly harmful decisions by members of SIE China's software team. Over several months, the studio shared internal emails, chat logs, and formal complaints with Noisy Pixel, outlining concerns about obstructed development, conflicts of interest, and an attempted takeover of the project's leadership. We didn't go public because we wanted attention, a developer at Loongforce told Noisy Pixel. We did it because every internal path was exhausted and nothing was changing. This is a massive article. Mm-hmm. This is a long read. I'm going to put this in the chat for people to have a look through. But
it's massive because they have so many allegations.
Yeah, the allegations are lengthy. There is repeated delays and a lack of publishing direction. It passed beta approval January 30th, 2025, and the team expected final stage preparation to begin. Instead, they say the project entered a prolonged freeze. There were no player tests, no marketing activity, no storefront pages created, and no formal evaluation feedback during what should have been the most critical phase of development. Marketing absence and a removal from official media. Loongforce says the lack of momentum extended into the official PlayStation China channels. Producer Zhu Min was scheduled and filmed for PlayStation China's 10th anniversary documentary, which was intended to spotlight China Hero project developers. When the final video was released, Convaleria was absent. Every other game project was there. Ours was simply gone. The studio received no explanation. They've alleged payment delays and financial pressure. They've alleged conflicts of interest and outsourcing irregularities. There's a lot here.
I know it was a big one. That's why I didn't read the whole thing. It was like, holy shit, this is long. There's a lot. This is good reporting by.
Yes, this is really good reporting.
Go click on that link.
Yeah, go and have a read. Bad.
Allegedly
Not
bad.
good.
Supposedly bad.
Yeah, reportedly, according to Noisy Pixel, bad. All right, last story today. We'll end on a fun one. The largest game of Tetris has taken place in Dubai. What happened here, Jesse? Talk me through this, because I don't understand the technology at work here.
They set up... so when you look at this video, if it ever wants to actually full screen correctly for me, there it goes.
Foolishly, so just a caveat to embarrass myself, a little bit of self-deprecation. When I first saw this clip, I was like, are the drones moving really fast and really perfectly? But no, I'm presuming that
they're
there's
not
a
moving
grid.
at all. They're all the drones are all hovering in place, and then they're lighting up depending on the puzzle pieces, the tetraminos, and you go through and you play Tetris with a Xbox pad with some weird ass funky friggin' ways people are holding it, in the sky. That was it. It was done by Red Bull, because of course it was done by Red Bull.
I mean, it's pretty
very
freaking cool.
Neat. Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to play Tetris like that. That sounds really fun. Technology, man, it's gone crazy. And look, we'll hit you with a final video, because Microsoft have just released a nice little nostalgic one for everybody. Little bit of nostalgia for you, mate. Maybe we'll you can go watch it. I'll put a link in the chat. There's a nice new More Than a Game hitting you right in the feels. A little bit of nostalgia.
Going for that, yeah. I wonder if they're going to do their yearly wrap-up thing anytime soon.
I don't think they're going to do a Wrapped.
Wow, they don't care about their customers at all.
I just don't see a Wrapped coming. I haven't seen it be announced.
Well, there was one guy who works at Microsoft. I don't know if he would know, but he was like, "Oh, I don't think we've done ours yet. So here's my True Achievements one."
Yeah.
But I don't know if he would actually know if they're doing one or not. But also, everyone does them way too early. Everyone's doing them like beginning of December. I don't know. There's still a ton of stuff people got to go through and do more. Like there's a lot of things to catch up on. Yeah. It's just a trailer of clips from tons of different, I think, Xbox video games. I don't know if there's third parties or not. Probably are. But it's mostly been Xbox first party so far. And yeah, it's just a nice little kick you right in the dick of emotion. Oh, they got UFC, so it's definitely not just Xbox games. Oh, Kingdom Hearts. Oh, come out. Closed.
Yeah, they've got everything in there.
No,
it's full on. And they've got everything from the past and from the, it's like a little,
Nintendo does there in January. That's the right time to do it. That's when you can do a yearly wrap up, because the year's wrapped up.
Yeah, right? I mean, I don't mind, December 31st. Like, nothing's...
Yeah,
not
if you're near
much.
the end, but everyone wants to do it like before the holidays, before they all leave, because they want to make sure it works.
Yeah, and it probably takes like some effort to build.
Yeah, nostalgia slop.
I don't mind a little bit of nostalgia. All right, you miserable sods. All right, go watch the video and feel all like happy and shit. Okay, great. Video games are great. We're living in a golden era of gaming. It's just everything's triply as expensive, and you can't buy all the hardware you
Thank
want.
you, OpenAI. I'm glad I won't be able to upgrade my PC for years now. Because they had to just say, we're going to buy all of the RAM that we can, and that's going to cause everyone else to panic. And then they buy all the RAM that they can, and it's just this nonstop dog shit cycle of everyone buying everything up, and including consumer products, because why not? Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, shitheads. Thanks, Times People of the Year. People always think people or person of the year is like the best person. It's like, no, it's the most influential. And yes, the architects of AI have been the most influential in making the world worse.
Yeah. Thanks, AI.
Is that good enough for you,
people.
Tao? We hate AI, but we will talk honestly about it.
Yeah. Like, we're not just going to be like, blah, about it, because it serves no purpose. Doesn't do anything.
When I see someone be like, oh, if you have ever played Hogwarts Legacy or if you use AI, you're dead to me. I'm like, Jesus.
That's silly. That's a silly way of looking at the world.
Most things are shades of gray. There are definitely things that are not, like, bad things. But playing a game or using a tool at work that can be useful, though it is boiling oceans.
Micro beanies. There's no shades of grey there. Anyone wearing a micro beanie.
You're going after the Jewish people to end the year.
Wait, whoa, why are you going to go there? I'm talking about micro beanies. I'm not talking about the little Jewish cap thing. It's the skull caps. That's completely different.
You don't even know the name of it. The yarmulke.
I don't even know the name of it. I'm not Jewish.
You just call them micro beanies instead. My goodness. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. It'll be our last regular episode of the year, though we will have some news on Thursday, I'm sure. But it'll mostly be going over the biggest stories of 2025. If this guy's not too canceled yet, I might be alone.
Oh my God. I can't. This is the
I'm
people
really
I have
glad
to
you
work
didn't
with.
watch the podcast over the weekend. It was...
Yeah, I know. And I got lots of messages saying, oh.
Wow. People freaking snitches. Tell me who it was so I can ban them. No.
I got messages of camaraderie and support, from the real fans of the Xbox Series podcast.
Real scumbags.
I didn't. No one messaged me, and now I just feel really sad. I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep. We'll be back on Thursday with the last episode of Headlines of the Year. Until then, God, there's loads of video games out there to go and play. Go and enjoy some of them, and we'll catch you later on. Ciao for now.
Bye.